welcome once again to M5's English language learning program, Let's Speak English. I'm Gav Duncan and I'm here on your TV screen to help you learn English. Now, are you sitting comfortably? Yes? Good. And are you ready for today's lesson? Yes? Good. Okay, well, let's learn English together. And hello, everyone. How the demons from underneath the sofa are you all? Are you all having fun? Has this Monday, this start to the week, been everything that you wanted it to be? Well, let's hope so. And what about your weekend? Did you have a good time? Did you all do something enjoyable? Did you all do things which you like doing? Perhaps some of you weren't so lucky. Perhaps some of you had chores to do. Maybe some of you had to hoover the house or clean the windows or the bathroom or something like that. If that was the case, then allow me to offer my commiserations. It's terrible, I know that. But let's look for the silver lining. Every cloud has a silver lining, and that is the fact that it's now done. Yes, you had to do a bit of cleaning, but now it's done, which means that you don't have to do that thing, that chore, that boring, repetitive task for, well, I don't know, a couple of weeks at least. So, there's the silver lining. That's where we should be focusing our attention. That's where we should be concentrating. Okay, one verb and then we're off, back to the police station. And that verb is the verb to line. We just heard it, just then. I mentioned the phrase, every cloud has a silver lining. Okay, so every cloud has a silver lining. Well, what's that all about then? Well, this phrase means simply that there is something positive in everything, even if that thing is something negative. Okay, so what's a cloud? Well, a cloud is something in the sky. A cloud is where rain comes from. When you're out in the garden, sunbathing, one thing you don't want to see is clouds. Clouds block the sun, and that means that you won't feel so hot. So, clouds are the things in the sky that carry water. If you see big black clouds, then you know that it's going to rain. Okay, so that's the original idea of a cloud. But we can also use the noun cloud to talk about a mass of dust or smoke as well. Something like this cloud of smoke. So, although when we normally think of clouds, we normally think of the things that rain comes from, those collections of moist air we can see in the sky sometimes, those visible collections of water in the air, we can also use the noun cloud to talk about a mass of smoke or dust or something like that. Also, these days we hear a lot about clouds when people are talking about storing data. There are more and more companies offering cloud services, which make it possible for you to store your photos or videos or documents not on your computer, not on an external hard drive, not on a removable pen drive, but in the cloud. Okay, so those are clouds. Now, what about that phrase? Every cloud has a silver lining. All right, so what's a lining? Well, the verb to line means to cover the inside of something with a layer of something else. Think about your winter coat. It has two parts. The outside part, which is normally a nice color, something fashionable, and the inside part. And the inside part, the part where color isn't very important, that's the lining. The coat is lined with another material, a different material. Think about trousers. Perhaps you buy a nice new pair of trousers and they're made of wool. Somebody took a sheep, shaved it and turned the sheep's hair into woolen thread. Great. But there's one problem. The wool is very itchy. It makes your skin itch. And so, whenever you put the trousers on, you spend all your time scratching your legs through your trousers, and people look at you in a strange way. Okay, so you have a few options available to you. Number one, you can man up and stop being so sensitive. Well, maybe. But what else have we got? Okay, option number two, throw the trousers away. What? Are you insane? Are you mad? Have you lost your mind? I just bought these trousers. They're brand new. They cost me a bomb. They cost an arm and a leg. And you're suggesting that I throw them away? You're off your head. Okay, so option two is out of the question. Forget option two. What about option three? What's option three? Option three is to give the trousers away. Give them away to a friend who's more of a man than you. Or give them to a homeless person. Or drop them off at a charity shop. What do you think? What? Have you gone completely off your rocker? That's the same solution as option two, idiot. Give my trousers away. As if. Weren't you listening when I told you that they cost me an arm and a leg? Good Godfrey! Give away my brand new trousers? Not likely, mate. Well, option number four is to take the trousers to a tailor, someone who makes or adjusts clothes, and ask the tailor to line the trousers. Ask the tailor to put another layer into the trousers. Ask the tailor to cover the inside of the trousers with a layer of another material, something that won't irritate your legs, a material which isn't itchy. Ask the tailor to line the trousers with something that feels nice against the skin on your legs. Ask the tailor to line your trousers, and the tailor will fit a lining to your trousers, probably made of Bemberg, which is the material that people normally use for trouser lining, apparently. Okay, so what do you think of that option? Well, that seems to be the very best option, doesn't it? Take the trousers to a tailor, get the tailor to line the trousers with Bemberg, and then Bob's your uncle. Nice trousers with no itching. Great! That is great. That's the solution I need. Fantastic! Thanks for your help, even if some of those options were really silly. I'll ask a tailor to line my trousers with a lining so that the wool doesn't make my skin itch. All right, now, back to the phrase. Every cloud has a silver lining. Okay, so now we know both what a cloud is and what a lining is. And let's face it, normally we don't think too kindly about clouds, do we? Clouds. Normally we think clouds are negative, not positive. People like sunshine, not clouds. We like weather which is hot, not cold. We like to feel the sun, not the rain, on our faces and bodies. All right, so that leads us to the logical conclusion that most people don't like clouds. All right, but the phrase tells us that every cloud has a silver lining. So the phrase is telling us that even if something appears negative, there's a positive part to it too. Here, the cloud is something we don't want, but even the cloud has got a silver lining. The negative cloud is lined with silver, and silver is something positive. So all that the phrase means is that there is something positive in every negative thing. That's all. Perhaps we can't see the positive side of this negative thing, but the phrase is telling us that it's there. We just have to look for it. The phrase, every cloud has a silver lining, tells us that we have to try and find the positive side to a bad situation. If it starts to rain, then we think that that's negative, but it might also mean that the rhubarb in the garden grows faster and stronger, so we can have rhubarb crumble earlier. Great! What about another example? Well, say for example that you agree with your friends to go to, to Visegrad on that special boat. You know, the boat that comes out of the water, what do you call them? Yeah, hydrofoils. Those boats which have a sort of wing underneath the hull. As the boat increases in speed, the wing thing underneath raises the boat out of the water, and so the boat is much faster. Anyway, that's not important now. Let's get back to the example. So, you agree that you're going to go to Visegrad with all of your friends, but then, purple disaster, you forgot to set the alarm on your telephone and you slept in. Oh no, cerise calamity. So, it's a bit of a cloud, isn't it? But then, when you wake up, you rush to the boat station just in case you can still catch the boat. But no, the boat's left and you're left on your own, feeling all blue like Elvis and Chris. Oh no, mauve mishap. But then, as you're sitting there, you see someone that you used to go out with at school, your first girlfriend or boyfriend, and you wave to them, and they see you, and you start talking again, and your day turns into the best day ever. You catch up with the first love of your life, you spend the day having fun and catching up, and then you agree to see them later on that week. So, although it looked like your day was a disaster, there was a silver lining to the cloud. You missed the boat, yes, but because you didn't wake up in time, because you forgot to set the alarm, because you were late, because of all these negative things, you met someone that you hadn't seen for years, the first love of your life, and then, well, you had the best day ever. Every cloud has a silver lining. Don't forget, you might not see it at first, but keep looking. It's there, somewhere. All right, now, where were we? Oh, of course. The last thing we looked at was the situation that Tim Benchfield and Eddie Finn were in, wasn't it? Yes. And to be honest, I think we're going to have to look pretty hard to find the silver lining there, don't you agree? All right, with Tim, it's a little bit easier. We can see the positive side to him being caught, mixed up in the shoplifting incident. We can see that because he didn't plan to shoplift things from the supermarket, because he's not the master criminal behind the plan to shoplift from the supermarket, then his parents can have a word with him. His parents can tell him off. They can keep an eye on him to make sure that he stays on the right track. So, as far as the Benchfields are concerned, this incident, this event, this episode, the shoplifting episode, could help them concentrate on making sure that Tim doesn't follow Eddie down the path of crime. Also, the Benchfields can see the positive side in things reflected in Lizzie's behaviour. She acted in a very responsible manner. She thought that something wasn't quite right with the way that Tim and Eddie were acting, and her instincts were quite right, weren't they? All right, so for the Benchfields, some good can come out of this incident, the shoplifting incident. But for Eddie, well, I'm not sure if I can see the silver lining there. Perhaps, similarly to Tim, Eddie and his parents can use this episode to turn things around for him too. Perhaps Eddie will see the light and turn over a new leaf. We'll just have to wait and see. And we'll have to wait a little bit longer too, because we've run out of time. Yes, it's true. Our time is up and it's time for me to leave you once again. But don't worry, don't fret, and whatever you do, don't panic. We'll see each other tomorrow. I'll be on this side of the screen, as usual, and you'll be on that side, sitting down in your comfy chair or on your comfy sofa with a cup of tea or coffee by your side. All right, people, until tomorrow, have fun, have fun, have fun, and have a very good time. Have a coffee, get a good night's sleep, and I'll see you all back here tomorrow. Oh, and if you get a chance, if you have some spare time, remember to check the website out. You all remember the address, don't you? Yes, of course. It's www.mediaclick.hu, the one with all the K's and some other letters too. See you tomorrow. See you later. Bye.